you need to recognize is when you have leverage and when you don't. And how do you react to that when you don't? And I think that that's what we're all dealing with here. If there's 100 loads for one truck, we have the leverage. If you're the only truck in the area and there's 100 loads that need to be moved, you have so much leverage, you're going to hit a home run unless you're just not paying attention. If you are one of 100 trucks looking at 10 loads, you have zero leverage. Or do you? What can you offer to create leverage? Right? How do you create leverage? How do you find leverage? CDN has talked about it, about how do you present yourself? What can you offer that the other trucks can't? You might be able to take that lower load while everybody else is lower rate while everybody else is sitting because you understand that you're getting to a better market. And did you do another Venmo, Thomas? Thank you very much. And dang, Thomas, you're too generous. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. He pays good money to call me a hoe. So, anyways, recognizing when you do or don't have leverage. In other words, let's say you're in, I don't know, let's say you're in Springfield, Missouri. Let's say you're hanging out with me and you're like, Steve, I got to get home. So I need to find a load to Sparks, Nevada. Right? Sparks, Nevada. And I got to be there by Sunday. You have no leverage. You're going to pick whatever load is in the area that goes to Sparks, Nevada. Right? Now, you don't have to let the broker know that you have no leverage. You don't have to let the broker know that, oh, I need to get home. But you can play it off. You can sit there and say, well, Mr. Broker or Mrs. Broker, man, Sparks, Nevada is a tough market, and I'm going to give you ELD tracking. I'm going to use your tracking apps. I will be on time, even though this is kind of a tight run. I'm going to make it happen. And man, it's that weight. I mean, I got to be at this number. And and Nevada's a tough market. You can kind of play it off. Now, if there's still 100 trucks needing to get to Sparks, Nevada, and there's only 10 loads, yeah, you still don't have any leverage. So how do you present yourself? So you speak clear, you speak clearly, you speak non-confrontational, you give them a good vibe, and that's sometimes that's your only leverage. Is maybe you're the one person that broker talked to today that's not being an ass to him, right? Maybe you're the one person that's not like getting confrontational because they're trying to offer you a low rate. Or maybe you're the only one that's okay with the 3 a.m. appointment that on the delivery side. Or, once you find out that it's going to Kroger, that you're willing to, oh, well, it's Kroger, so I got to be up here. But, I know a lot of drivers won't do it because of Kroger. Maybe it's one of those scenarios. So you got to create your leverage when you have none. So the broker, as far as they know, you're not trying to get home to Sparks, Nevada. You're just a dude looking for a load, right? Or dudette, whatever's floating your boat that day. And you book the load. It's exactly what you needed. Now, here's the thing though. here's where you lose a little bit of leverage. Let's say they're like, I'm at $1 a mile, can't go any higher, take it or leave it. Then you have to evaluate whether you're going to take that or not. You know, is it costly? Is it more costly just to go home? You know, depending on what the situation you're trying to go home for, maybe it's something that you can't absolutely miss no matter what. So you're just going to deadhead home, or are you going to take that buck a mile for 45,000 pounds? And so the other element of being non-confrontational is, let's say that I call in a load and they go, yeah, we're paying about $1.10 a mile on this, and you're like, oh wow, that seems extreme. Is there a reason why it's that low? Because that's covering my fuel and hope that I don't blow a tire. I mean, what help me understand why it's that low. And if they don't want to talk about it, then you don't want to have business with that person anyways. If they have legitimate excuses, legitimate reasons why they can justify, well, the shipper's got her hands tied. This is what they're trying to move it for. They're not budging. Like, okay, well, I understand. Maybe they need to be educated on what it costs to move a truck. But I understand. I like having free shipping on my Amazon package, so I won't contribute to that. Have a nice day. You can do that non-confrontationally. You can educate without shoving it in their face. You know, this whole TikTok generation, we want to yell. We want to shove it in your face, our education. You know, it's like if I go through YouTube Shorts and I'm seeing somebody yelling at me, trying to show me how to sharpen a knife, it's like, you need to do this, that raw, and they're shoving it in your face. Like, I don't want any part of that. That's not how you teach. And unfortunately, people think that the higher the volume your voice is, the more that you're going to listen. That's just not the case. There are plenty of videos out there of people arguing with each other that all they do is repeat themselves louder and louder and louder, thinking that they're winning this argument, and they're not. So the less confrontational you are with a broker, especially if they need to be educated, like, hey, man, yeah, there was one guy I was like, man, I feel sorry for you. He was like, why? I said, man, I can't imagine being forced to sell loads for $1 a mile. I can't. I mean, are you getting a lot of bad vibes from that? Are you getting a lot of people arguing with you? Yeah, man, it's been tough. Well, why would you put? Man, I feel bad for you that you're even in that situation. You know. Now, am I going to get the load after this conversation? Probably not. Will I take the load for $1 a mile? Depends. If it's 5,000 pounds and it pays for my fuel to get home to Sparks, Nevada, then I might. If I know the customers and I know it's not going to turn into anything. But if it's 45,000 pounds and it's got an extra day on it and it's going to a Kroger, absolutely not. I won't deal with that. Right? So it's all perspective. It's all perspective. Hey, this is Snorelord. Thanks for watching this clip from one of my live feeds. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and we try to go live and we try to do some recorded videos. And hit the thumbs up, and it helps the algorithms. It helps the YouTube, Google gods. So thanks for watching.